So it looks like the US government is going to take a stake or has been offered a stake in OpenAI. There's a lot of stuff going on with Meta and their excess AI compute power. And I think it's a good time for us to just sit and talk about what's going on in the AI world at the moment, because there seems to be a few rumblings going on. I know there's some market movement as well. What goes up must come down. So yeah, this government stake is, what's that about? Is that a clever move? Is it a way of getting on side so that the government don't nerf their products for 4 weeks like they do with Anthropic? What's the what's the crack here? Has Trump bought some shares?
I think more than likely. But yeah, it seems that there's got to be a reason for it. And I mean, if you have a company and you can get the government to kind of have an investment in it, not even though they would get this for free, I believe, but it's still, it becomes kind of like a part government asset, I guess. And so the government isn't going to want to, I don't know, do anything that's going to harm that value. Or maybe it's like a token offering, like, oh, we give this to you, maybe you be lenient with us, as you weren't with Anthropic. I don't know.
Yeah. Is it like almost nationalization? It's the first way of a move towards the stateless communism that we're going to go into. It's like,
it sounds pretty nice.
Let's give the US government fight. Let's nationalize AI. Forget the trains. Fuck the trains.
Can you imagine how much debt we'd be in? I mean, it's just crazy for the way that everything's running at the moment. So, I mean, if we look at OpenAI's leaked financials, so 13.07 billion in revenue sounds pretty good, but 34 billion total costs and expenses. So that's like a 29.92 operating loss. And they had really bizarre things in this as well. They had like 5 billion for marketing and advertising. I've never seen an OpenAI ad. And so I don't know where this was, but I guess that's beside the point, but it's still like operating at a $20 billion loss. That's insane.
Yeah, their overdraft's looking much worse than mine. That makes me feel loads better. I wish I could have had some of those 5 billion marketing spend. But do you know what? So I've been watching the World Cup on UK television, and they do put adverts on for like, hey, you want to keep up with the football, and it's like ChatGPT adverts. So I think there are advertisements in the West. It's just we're out of the loop, so we don't really know what's going on. You know?
Oh yeah, it could well be.
We're out here suffering in tropical paradise for the team.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? But anyway, but yeah, I mean, they're operating their businesses in such a strange way. So I've heard different estimates. So they say if you're running Claude on the $200 a month deal and you were using it to like the maximum potential, then you'd be using around $4,000 or $5,000 worth of compute. I've heard with OpenAI doing the same thing, you could be using up to $14,000 worth of compute. But it's such a bizarre way to run a business. I mean, imagine if I come to you and I say, okay, I've got a business. You as a shrewd investor, let's try it. Would you like to invest in my business?
Oh, I'd love it. Yeah. Can I? How much can I put in? How much do you need?
As much as you like. Cool. Any more questions?
Could do $10 billion, I guess. Yeah, why not?
I mean, I'm only running a sandwich shop. I don't need potentially that much.
All right, no. 1 billion.
But no, imagine if it was like that and I go, okay, I'm running this sandwich shop. I make the best sandwiches in the world. You go, okay, that sounds like a good thing to invest in. And you go, so your sandwich is expensive. We go, it's $2 a sandwich. So best sandwiches in the world, really cheap. how much does it cost you to make a sandwich? $40. Okay. So how do you keep this running? It's like, oh, well, I just get people like yourself to invest, and then I borrow money, and then we keep racking it up. We made $300,000 profit last year, but we spent 2.75 million. And what's the end game with this? It would be like saying, okay, but eventually we'll be the only sandwich shop, and then also the prices are going to come down. And you go, like, the prices of making a sandwich will come down. But then even if those prices come down by half, and it only costs you $20 to make a sandwich, you've still got to 10x the $2 cost that you're charging now. So, and that's being really generous. And there's no way that the compute's going to come down to half. And there's no way that people are going to pay 10x or more what they currently pay when they can go to one of the Chinese models and get it virtually for free or really cheap.
Yeah, I think they're gambling on one thing and strategizing on another. So they're gambling on compute getting cheaper and more efficient, and AI probably helping with figuring some of that out and how that can be done. I think that's a huge gamble and a huge risk, right? And then on the other side, that they're just doing the thing that they know is human nature. So they're making it so we get so reliant upon AI and using it in our daily lives and Google and all of this stuff, and then they can start jacking the price up on the compute, the usage, all of this kind of stuff, as well as they're starting to do advertisements. So now there's a thing in ChatGPT called ChatGPT ads, and it will actually recommend. Nice. Yeah, it will actually recommend companies to you based on the queries you're asking, which ethically is like questionable. But yeah, I have a good friend who is running ads on there, and someone was asking questions about the service that he offers, and ChatGPT said, "Oh, you should go and talk to this person about this service because they're perfect." So you can imagine how much better those adverts are going to convert.
Yeah, so that could be a really big thing.
But it's still going to be, they're going to have to go some to get back to 30 billion.
It's just
gap, you know.
It's such insane amounts of money, and the figures that we have now, they're for like last year. Imagine what this year is going to be. It's going to be bigger, and then at the same time, you've had like OpenAI and Anthropic filing to go public. I think OpenAI said they're going to delay it for a little bit, but that's like another like money raising round. I don't know. I just think they must be. Surely they've got to start running out of money at some point, and I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of people that are going to want to put into it, because it's just like my sandwich shop thing. It's just, where's the return going to come from, and when, and how long can
bailout.
You? Well, yeah. I mean, does that make OpenAI worthy of a government bailout? Because all of these companies as well, they're all the top companies in the US stock market right now, all of them. So either those or of like NVIDIA and people like that, it's all AI related. And so are they like too big to fail? Will they need government bailouts? Will we be like, well, not us, but people in the US, will they be bailing out Sam Altman from taxpayer funds eventually? I don't know.
And then suddenly, because the UK is so far behind in the AI race of everybody, we're the real winners.
Could be.
But I'm sure we'll find some way to fuck that up as well. But yeah, it's I think again the companies like we mentioned at the beginning, you know, Meta is looking to sell their excess compute. SpaceX is running and is renting compute to Anthropic at 1.25 billion per month, and that runs until at least May 2029. I know they're doing things with like outer space stuff as well with Anthropic. So are they going to be the real winners? Are they almost like the shovel sellers in the gold rush, you know, the people that sell the things that are around the area? Because loads of people were going to find gold, very few actually made money from that, but the people selling the equipment that you needed to prospect, right, for gold. They made shitloads of money, and it's usually the way. So I wonder if that's the smarter move, and maybe these companies will be the real winner. And Lord only knows that Elon Musk is not rich enough. Maybe he's going to be the world's first quillionaire, or if that's the next thing. I don't even know where it goes. Quadrillionaire. Quillionaire sounds better though, doesn't it?
But
it sounds fancy.
It does it in so many ways. But yeah, I would agree, and I think possibly Meta and XAI, they're sensing how there's absolutely no money for them to be made in this, or not for a very long time, and so they may as well sell the shovels. Maybe they're kind of getting out of the race, more or less, and just sensing that this constant thing of just throwing more and more money into something and getting nothing back is not the best business move on their part. And just like the beginning of the internet, I think everyone can tell that AI is going to massively change the world, and it's a super important technology. But just like the internet, I think we have to have that initial boom and then that absolute crash, like pets.com or whatever else.
And it sort of becomes the new Ask Jeeves. Although I think Ask Jeeves still exists, and it's a high quality search engine. And if they want to sponsor us, we are available and open to to sponsorship. I was just thinking there, just one of my wild ideas about AI. We should make a temporally scripted AI channel where it's like an avatar version of you and me, just and see if they get more subscribers than us.
I think they probably will.
Just making a likeness of you and I on a separate channel. Yeah.
Well, it could be way more popular. Although the sad thing is that YouTube often takes down AI related stuff, or just won't let it be monetized. If it's all AI generated, which I don't know. I wish they'd just maybe do like a separate section or category on YouTube, because by now you could make really, really good AI generated content. Just let people know what it is, and let people make money if they want to.
Some of the history stuff's amazing, and it's also scandalous when in Vietnam there's people doing like their daily life stuff, and because they don't speak English, they're using an AI voice to do the English narration of like what they're doing, and a lot of them have been demonetized as well. But anyway, that's definitely a topic for another day. Yeah. So guys, if you've enjoyed this one, tell us what you think about AI. Is it going to make loads of money? Is it going to pay people back? Or is it going to be a massive crash where they have to be bailed out and the whole thing goes down the shitter? We will see you in the next one, Adam. On that positive note.
It's a pleasure as always. See you next time, everybody.